the New Orleans Saints, taking on Joe Burrow and the Atlanta Falcons.
From a city that has hosted 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they interplay. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the former first-round pick in his second season now in the NFL. From Utah State, it's Jordan Love.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Eckler. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd and 12, Love. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Brandon Dunn. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Love. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led, of course, by their second-year quarterback from LSU, Joe Burrow.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And they go play action now. Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now it's Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. passing here, Joe Burrow. He'll get this to the rookie from Florida. That's Kadarius Toney. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give, running left is Harris. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. A give, running right, it's Hubbard. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Third and goal, Burrow. Flush to his right. And it'll be intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On 3rd down, Love. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. On the return, Jackson. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. And he had to be pleased at the start of the last drive. The offense was moving, but certainly not pleased at the end result, an interception.
And every team we ever talk to at some point in the conversation, the coach, player, someone talks about, you know, we've got to finish. We've got to finish off drives, finish off the game. There's an example there of not finishing, doing everything right, but not getting the result that you need.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Second quarter now, Falcon football. As they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. It's brought in by Harris. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 31, Burrow. That's complete to Toney. Touchdown, Falcons! Kadarius Toney, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Evan McPherson for the extra point. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And Eckler will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack. Going to stop him short of the first down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Jackson to return. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Burrow will throw.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Burrow looking to pass. Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 38-yard line. They're going to look to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Raekwon Davis. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field.
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. Jonathan Grenard able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Jonathan Grenard
picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Tre'Davious White with a pick. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit.
Under pressure, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. To try again after the sack. Love. He'll find his man, Laviska Shenault. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Now Love. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, Love. And the ball comes out. Love lost it, but fortunately the Saints were able to hold on to it, so they will indeed keep possession.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Love's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, all right, Brandon. Thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And that one tied 3-3 in the second quarter. From there, we head south to Texas to check on the Cowboys at home at AT&T Stadium. And they trail the visiting Denver Broncos in that one. Devontae Parker, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore. Check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they are in a tight one, all tied with the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, in our game, just the lone touchdown accounting for all the scoring. A tight one, 7-0 is the score. And for the call of the second half, we send it back to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Taking it about the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense.
And it was somewhat of a strange first half. He threw 3 interceptions, yet you look at the scoreboard, they've got the lead.
So you know what I think he did at the half? He stood up in front of the team, especially in front of the defense, and said, thank you. Appreciate what you've done. You guys have picked me up in a big way. And guess what? I'm going to get back to being who I am, which is pretty darn good. Let's go play the second half.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Dancing to his left. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
50 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Burrow on play action. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And this one is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Jordan Love in this offense, ready to get the football back.
What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins. We talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. Well, guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish that in order to try and keep their man upright.
As they have been bowled over a lot so far in this one. A gain of 3, second down. On play action. Love to throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. With it is Jackson.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They were losers last week to Carolina, but they've got the lead here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. He'll drop to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, that's down a 4th down after the incompletion.
aggressive, but they want him to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
On the give, this is Harris. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a bet. Now Burrow loses the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Man open, here is Jones. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Najee Harris, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. McPherson now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was the rookie, Najee Harris, who finished it off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The New Orleans offense set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the
trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And this one will be brought back to the 22. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having, because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They hand this off to Harris. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And quickly they get to the line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Najee Harris with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 21-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was the rookie, Najee Harris, who finished it off with a touchdown run. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
On 2nd and 10. Love on the screen. This is Eckler. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw now. Here's Love. Able to complete this to Shenault. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for it.
And the ball comes out. Love lost it. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
The Saints on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be third and forever. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. They'll step aside. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and the Falcons are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
They'll start the drive with Harris. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. Now we're going to get a timeout here for an injured player, and that's Jamar Chase, who is in some obvious discomfort right now. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
I'm ready to take over, baby. Stay. No.
On 1st down, Harris. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory.
The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He'll look to throw. He will find his man Chase complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons.
Jamar Chase.
His third touchdown now on the year.
And the Falcons look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left them reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
That's into the hands of Eckler.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Love now. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out.
First down, going to the air with Love. He'll get this to Eckler.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Love. Connection made with Chenault.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. To the air again, Love. And it's caught. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle it.
And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. He's at the 50. The 30. 10. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Love's throw pulled in by Tate. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. One last shot now for Love. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Atlanta, the victory means they'll up their mark to 5-3 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville.